Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh wow, Overcomers with Our Word. Guys, I have so many little irons in the fire working on so many projects. Thinking what's best to reach my audience. Do I work on presenting live workshops, or do I stay focused on putting together these online courses where people can click and go? I tend to be someone who works best from live interaction. But in the meantime, there's so much I want to share with you that I spend so much time writing all my thoughts and my notes down that I miss engaging with you in the process. So today I wanted to talk a little bit, just to get a little bit of something off of my heart, give a little bit of advice to women in general, but specifically women, young women. And when I say young women, no matter what that age is, if you're a young woman of 20 something with an older woman in your life that's in her 40s or 50s, or a young woman in your 30s with an older woman in your life who's in her 50s or 60s, or a woman who's in her 40s with someone who's got, an influence of an older woman in her 60s, whatever that is, I am speaking today to young women, no matter where you are in that age of your life, that you have an older woman in your life who you look to as a mentor. And I wanted to share this because, lately I've been kind of, assessing my life and the things I've gone through and the lessons I've learned, and how most of the lessons I've learned in life, I've always learned them the hard way. And why did I learn them the hard way? Not because I wasn't listening, not because I was hard-headed, not because I was stubborn, but simply because I had women in my life who were not pouring into me. Women who have lived this life, have gone this journey, but were not kicking back knowledge and game towards me. So what got me thinking about that? Recently I saw something come across about some new shows coming on TV, and it was especially this one with Lauren London. And I am not a TV person anymore. I'm very, very selective about the things I watch and what I feed my spirit. But the title caught me: Games People Play. And the biggest game of all that we're in is this game of life. And then I began to look at, when we were children, how on our block, when the first computer games came out, everybody was so excited to get like the Atari, and I can't remember all the labels on, but like the 5200 or something like that, and the things just kept getting better, and then the Genesis systems came out. But in any event, when people began to play these games, Mrs. Pac-Man and oh gosh, I can't think of the other one where you would hit it and, it was like little airplanes and they'd go off trying to kill all these little targets in space and stuff. In any event, you would have to keep getting to levels and levels of mastery on the game. And then there would be the newbies who would start out and you couldn't get past, like, you would lose your life so quickly, with Miss Pac-Man, or you would lose your player so quickly. And then the people who had been at it for a while would come at you and they would give you these rules and tips and things that they had learned perfecting this game. Why? To help you bypass some shit so you didn't have to get bombed out your first 30 seconds into the game or your first minute into the game, to help you sustain your life longer in the game. You see, that's what wisdom will do for you. That's what love will do for you. That's what people who care about you will do. A while back, I put something on one of my posts on my online deal, Facebook. Oh, wow. When you love someone, you don't make or want them going through the things that broke or hurt you. So young ladies, and again, no matter what age you're at in the game, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, if you have a woman or sets of women in your life that are 20, 30, 40 years older than you, that aren't kicking down wisdom to you, that aren't showing you how to navigate and circumvent and to avoid some of these pit holes and problems in life, then that's probably one of your major problems right there. The women who are in your life. Look at that. Analyze that shit. And you might need to kick it to the curb. Let it go. We're supposed to be our sister's keeper. We're supposed to be here to help us navigate, to get through these things in life. And I'll tell you why it's so important to have these women in your life that are kicking you back knowledge and game. Because if I know that situation broke me, let me share with you the wisdom and the benefit that I learned from it so that you can do what? Navigate that better, avoid that, and go higher in this game than what I went. But see, that's a problem with a lot of women who went through those things and became broken in the process. Now they're so broken that they can't stand to see someone else thrive and do better. But low key, they're acting as if they're your friend, they're supporters, and probably what you're getting from them is, oh, I love you, I this, but they're not kicking wisdom and game to you. Analyze and assess the situations, the relationships that you have in your life, young women. Analyze it. And if you're not receiving the benefit, everything doesn't have to come. Winning in life, success in life doesn't have to always come from something monetary that somebody is supporting. You may have a business and they may not be able to support you monetarily, but are they supporting you with support, like giving you some, maybe watching your children or something so you can put a little bit more extra hours into your business, or coming into your business, seeing what they can do voluntarily to help you, get a leg up that you can be able to pour more resources and time and energy into your business. Things of that nature. Support comes in so many different ways. And a lot of times, some of the support could come through words, through wisdom, what they've gone through that will help you not go through those same pitfalls in life. I'll never forget, I was in my late 20s, moving from California to New York. And once I got settled in New York and got a good job, was making some friends, I remember being in the break room one day talking to one of my great Puerto Rican friends at the time, Arlene. I'll never forget her, beautiful spirit. And I began to share with her a lot of, for lack of a better word, some punches I took to the gut, meaning some experiences that I had in life that literally just knocked the wind out of me and took me down to my feet. And I was kind of sharing with her, my mother had never taught me any lessons about life, about men, about love, about sex, about my body, about nothing. So every lesson I felt like I was learning, I was having to experience it firsthand, always feeling like I was getting the wind knocked out of me. So there was this older woman, and mind you, I was in my late 20s at the time, and so was my friend. And there was this older woman, Pashka, and I think she may have been from Russia, and she was there cleaning the kitchen. She was one of the staff there, cleaners. And she interjected in our conversation and said, I don't mean to butt in, don't mean to be rude, but she started telling me, basically how me, trying to fault my mother for not telling me. And she says, but if your mother had told you, you probably wouldn't have listened anyway. And I took her counsel, listened to what the older woman had to say. As I said, at that time I was in my mid to late 20s. This woman was probably in her, late 50s, early 60s. And after I listened to her counsel, I said in that moment, thank you for your words of wisdom. I said, but let me say this to you. Had my mother given me keys to life, and then I had ran through all of those, jewels of wisdom and ran through these stop signs and yellow signs when I saw these situations approaching me, I said, then what would be happening today? Instead of telling my friend that my mother never did anything to prepare me for life, I said, I would probably be saying a different story. I wish I would have listened. I said, but I don't have the benefit of that because she gave me nothing. So I want to say that to you today. We are in the most important game we could ever be playing, and that's the game of life. And I can tell you this, ladies, relationships can be broken, but you don't have to be. And if you're in a broken place in your life, look at your life right now, analyze and look at the part that you played getting in it. But more importantly, look at the women that are around you, the women that are in your circle, whether it's your mom, your aunts, your sisters, your best friends, and then look at the ages of those women. If these women are anywhere, especially 15, 20, 30, 40 years on you, and they are not kicking back wisdom and game to you, that is probably your problem right there. Analyze these situations, and you don't necessarily have to kick them out of your life, but you may need to put some distance between you and them so that now you can be able to see yourself better and clearly, see your life path better and clearly, and then maybe you will begin to see things improving in your life. We're here for a reason. But I'm going to say it again, when you love someone, and when someone loves you, they should not want to see you going through the things that broke or hurt them, hurting you.